Hera, open a new voice log entry.
Acknowledged. Recording.
Okay. This is Captain Liv Rhodes, personal log entry for 7 of October 2126. This will be my final week aboard Kronos 2. In just a few days, I'll be leaving Saturn behind and making my way to my new assignment on Ceres. A bit odd, actually, saying it out loud. Anyway, all mining sites are running smoothly. Overnight harvest totals are a bit lower than I'd like. Oh, we had some sputtering on the number 12 RCS thruster, but Jack and I managed. Oh, Jack. Good. Hold on a tick. Hera, pause recording.
Acknowledged, Captain Rhodes.
Morning, sunshine. And how are we feeling today? Jack? Hello? Hera, let's go ahead and run Jack's calibration program. Right. In you go, Jack. Thank you.
Module D221. Manual dexterity. I am Hera, Central AI for the Kronos 2 Orbital Mining Facility. I will guide you through this calibration program. First, close your hand to form a fist. Now extend your index finger. Good. To proceed, use your index finger to press the hollow button in front of you. Now reach out and grab the glowing disc that just appeared. Calibration module complete. Please stand by. Module M101. Basic motor functions. Please pull the handle above you to exit the activation pod. This labor unit will guide you through the module. Now carefully follow it by pulling yourself through the environment using any solid surface. Now calibration module complete. Module M205. Maneuvering thrusters. Your hands are equipped with maneuvering thrusters, allowing you to move more freely in zero gravity. Activate left thruster. Activate right thruster. Now please exit the activation pod and use your maneuvering thrusters to reach the door ahead. Please press the hollow button near the door to proceed. Good. Now navigate the environment using only your maneuvering thrusters. Do not grab any surfaces during this test. Calibration module complete. Module C-111. Communication. We will now calibrate your communication system. When someone speaks to you, a reply notification may appear above your wrist. You may then respond by holding down the dialogue button on either hand and selecting a reply with your index finger. Hold down the dialogue button now. Input confirmed. Now hold down the dialogue button and select a reply.
Understood.
Good. Continuing calibration. Often you will have a limited time to select a reply. In these cases, silence is considered a viable option. Do you understand?
Acknowledged. I'm ready to proceed.
Understood. Continuing calibration. Now exit the activation pod and move into the room ahead. You can also initiate conversations at points of interest throughout the world. If you look at certain people or objects while you are close to them, their name will appear, and an icon will indicate that you can use the dialogue button. You may then hold down the dialogue button and select an option, just like a reply. Now start a conversation with the labor unit, and speak about the Fury transport model in this room.
Unit 42, what is your primary directive?
To assure the safety and well-being of Kronos 2 station personnel.
What is your secondary directive?
Preserving the integrity of Atlas Corporation property and equipment.
A Mark I Fury transport, 1/48th scale.
Be advised, while real Fury transports can be used to travel to distant locations across the Kronos 2 station, I do not recommend attempting to ride this one.
Noted.
Communication system fully calibrated. Would you like to proceed to the next module?
I'm ready to proceed.
Acknowledged. Please stand by. Module A-131. Data Scanner. Error. Calibration program failure. Stand by for reboot.
The directors have been pushing to make fully automated deep space mining the company's top priority. Your Echo unit is the perfect subject for our initial test runs.
This is crap. Jack? Sorry, I have to go. Kronos 2 out. Jack? What happened?
My calibration program crashed. I appear to be stuck in the activation pod.
That's odd. Your diagnostic program's never just flat out crashed before. It must have suspended the pod's release procedures.
In the event of activation pod failure, Titan Protocol recommends performing a complete power cycle of the pod, followed by a level 3 inspection of...
You're all set. Listen, about my conversation with Command, how much did you overhear?
Not much.
Well, okay. I'm just gonna put it out there. You're no longer coming with me to Ceres.
What do you mean?
The directors want you to take over my duties as commander of the station. It'll just be you and the labor units. No humans.
So this is our last week together.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Look, they just hit me with this news a few minutes ago. I mean, Command splitting us up, I never even considered it a possibility. I'm not entirely sure what to say. Except... I'm sorry, Jack.
Orders are orders. Command must have their reasons.
Doesn't necessarily mean they're good ones.
Regardless, it doesn't seem like there's anything we can do.
Come on then. No sense putting it off. Let's get our last week started. Why don't you go activate the bridge while I pull the overnights?
Copy that.
Transitioning to daytime cycle.
I'm really going to miss this part. I'll get started on the morning checklist in a bit. Just give me a moment to soak in this view.
Take your time. You seem upset.
You're getting way too good at reading human responses, you know that?
Well, I have had a few years of practice.
Yeah. It shows.
Let's get started on that checklist.
You sure? There's no rush. It is our last week, after all.
Yes, I'm sure. We should try to maintain our schedule.
Suit yourself. All work and no play.
What was that?
Nothing. Can I help you? So, Jack, I suppose congratulations are in order.
For what?
For your promotion.
There's really no need for that.
Come on now, it's a big deal. In a few days, you'll be Captain Jack. So, congratulations, Captain Jack.
What I mean is, as an Echo unit, I hold no official rank. So technically, I can't be promoted.
Right. Well, that's too bad. Captain Jack has quite the ring to it.
Also, you are the only person who calls me Jack. To everyone else, I am merely Echo 1.
Is that your way of saying you're going to miss me?
I have no...
What was that? Jack, did you feel that? What the hell? Please tell me you can see that.
Affirmative. I see it.
Any idea what it is?
I'm afraid not. There are no records of any such phenomenon in the Atlas Interplanetary Database. It is an anomaly.
What the... Jack, are you alright?
Never mind me. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Whatever that was, it looks to only have affected the electronics. Are you sure you're okay?
Minor glitches. No permanent damage. Liv, it's possible that anomaly is not entirely stable.
You think?
Priority alert.
The holo table. Something's wrong.
I'll investigate.
Hera, initiate broad spectrum scan. Focus on the following coordinates.
Hera, status report.
Multiple Tier 1 malfunctions detected.
Isolate and identify.
Acknowledged. Isolating. Awaiting input. Saturn Orbital Zone Beta. Orbital Mining Facility. Designation, Kronos 2. Central Mining Station. Malfunctions isolated.
That is a lot of red.
Perhaps it's not as bad as it looks.
Ground fault recorded in the cargo bay. Possible circuit overload. Reading marked temperature increase in the core containment chamber. Lockdown procedures in effect. Power failure reported in primary oxygen garden. Emergency failsafes triggered.
What, that's it? That's all we've got to go on?
Hera, can you give us an in-depth scan of each affected area?
Negative. Unable to establish communication with cube satellites.
Wait, we lost the CubeSats? How the hell did we... Forget it. Let's just have a look for ourselves. Where are you, you little bugger? Ah, here we are. Jack, could you do us a favor and scan this CubeSat?
I'll need to calibrate my scanner first. Stand by. It'll only be a moment.
Module A, 131. Data scanner. Your scanning tool allows you to collect data on anything in the environment. Please exit the pod to begin calibrating it. Please follow me to the disk spawner at the back of the room. Now activate your scanner by pressing the button on top of your hand. Both of your hands have this functionality. Good. Now aim the scanner at the I/O port on the disk spawner and hold the trigger to initiate a scan. After scanning something, its name will appear next to your hand on the scanner's data tab. To see the results of your scan, grasp the tab and pull it away from your hand. Pull the data tab now. Excellent. Use the button on top of your hand to deactivate the scanner now. Good. To complete this module, gather scan data on 5 other materials or objects. 1 scan remaining. Calibration module complete. Please stand by.
All set?
Scanner fully calibrated.
Heads up. Give that CubeSat a scan. See if you can work out what's wrong with it.
Scan complete.
Right. Well, what's the story?
According to these readings, something was disrupting the CubeSat's ability to communicate with the rest of the sensor network.
Was?
My scanner appears to have reset the CubeSat's transmitters and restored the connection.
Oh, well, problem solved. All you have to do is find and scan every last CubeSat we have scattered across the entire facility.
Sounds like fun.
Oh, of course, it would to you. I'll send an objective to your ARM computer, but consider it low priority for now.
Objective received.
Right then, on to the real problems. What do you think? What's next?
Hera's scan of the anomaly will likely take some time. Perhaps we should get started on repairing those malfunctions.
Good idea. That anomaly's certainly given us plenty to do.
I count 3 Tier 1 malfunctions that need our attention. I'll need a few minutes to pull today's command codes off my console. You can just keep yourself occupied till then, I'm sure.
Of course.
Ready to go?
Yes, let's get started.
Great. Not the best way to start our last week. Don't believe we've ever seen this many malfunctions all at the same time.
We've also never had an unidentified spatial anomaly suddenly appear directly off our port bow.
It's a day of firsts, really.
You do realize it's possible we just made a groundbreaking scientific discovery.
Well, let's not go writing our Nobel acceptance speeches just yet. Well, at least not until we're certain the station isn't going to fall apart.
Ah! What the...
Warning, unsecured cargo in the hold.
Yeah, that much I worked out. Can you tell me why we have unsecured cargo in the hold?
Negative.
Okay, well, we might want to look into that. All right, Jack. Looks like there's a lot to do this morning.
Any priority alerts?
Well, it'll be your station soon. What problem do you want to tackle first?
Send the data to my ARM computer. I'll have a look. Let's see.
Take a look at your objectives on your ARM computer and let me know which one you want to address first.
Let's fix the power failure in the oxygen garden.
Okay, follow me.
We aren't troubleshooting this problem yet. I should follow Liv.
Looks like the power failure knocked out the door to the oxygen garden.
I'll pull the manual release.
And of course, the access panel is stuck. Jack, I think you're going to have to cut through.
I'll need to calibrate my reactive cutter first.
Right. Considering the power outage, let's also calibrate your entry light.
Module A, 901. Reactive cutter. Please exit the activation pod and proceed to the door ahead. Activate your reactive cutter by pressing the glowing touch point on the underside of your wrist. Highlighting cuttable surface. Use the reactive cutter to cut through the highlighted brackets. Cutter functionality test complete. Lift open the door to proceed. Highlighting cuttable surface. Use your reactive cutter to cut out a portion of the highlighted panel. Once you have cut away enough of the panel, press the hollow button to complete this calibration module. Calibration module complete. Please stand by. Module H, 144. Helmet visor. You can open Open and close your helmet visor by pressing the button on the left side of your helmet with your index finger. Please open your helmet visor now. Now please exit the activation pod and proceed to the room ahead. You can activate your headlamp by pressing a button on the right side of your helmet. Once your headlamp is on, shine it on my location. Well done. I am moving to new coordinates in the next room. Find me and shine your headlamp on my location. Excellent. Please press the button on the right side of your helmet to turn off the headlamp and complete the module. Calibration module complete.
Reactive cutter and headlamp calibrated successfully.
Copy that. Cut through the access panel so we can pull the door release handle. Excellent, follow me. Let's get started. Hope you're not afraid of the dark. Can you use your headlamp to help me find the electrical grid maintenance panel?
Affirmative. Olivia, I've located the maintenance panel.
Perfect. Keep your light on it for a moment while I remove the cover. Heads up, Jack. Coming through. Looks like we've got some fused wiring.
Status report?
Shock caused a full system crash. We'll need to reset each of the environmental controls. Can you find the emergency junction while I sort out this mess?
I've reached the junction cover. Did you bring a spanner?
Just cut through the bots. We can deal with the cleanup after we figure out what's wrong with the station.
Affirmative. Going hot. Electronic interface. I'll need to use my scanner to link up with the I/O port. Emergency power online.
The backup conduit only has enough juice to diagnose one system at a time. Go ahead and get started when you're ready.
I'll need to cut the bolt off this cover, too. The alert must have shut down water flow to the hydroponic systems.
It's designed to seal the main reservoir in case of a breach. You'll need to pump the handle to restore pressure to the plumbing.
Water flow restored.
Irrigation system within operating parameters.
Good. That should help keep the plants healthy. Use the junction to select another system.
The O2 mixture is off. I'll need to adjust the levels of atmospheric exchange.
Careful with that, Jack. One of us still has to breathe the air here for the next few days.
Bioregenerative systems calibrated.
CO2 capture optimized for both plant and mammalian passengers.
Mammalian, huh? How flattering.
Apologies, Liv. I didn't mean to sound clinical.
Once I'm gone, you'll probably be able to shut down this part of the room.
I think I'll keep it, actually. To add color.
Jack, you aren't starting to enjoy botany, are you?
Yes.
A robot gardener. I guess the truth really is stranger than fiction.
Conversion process successful. Current strong.
Nice job. Once I finish replacing these wires, we should be able to get the lights on. Kara, verify all oxygen garden subsystems.
Subsystems within normal parameters.
Jack, you're blocking my view.
Right, I'm about done here. Do you see the access panel near me?
I see the access panel.
Good, now listen carefully. To restore power to the sector, we need a primary current in the power coupler. That means you'll need to wait and throw the main breaker on my mark. Got it?
Acknowledged. I will await your command before throwing the breaker. Removing utility cover. Please stand by.
I've got to pump the primer handle before you throw the breaker. Let me know when you're ready and I'll count us down. Way too early, Jack. I haven't even started charging the conduit.
Apologies. I'll wait for your signal.
Let's start over. Let me know when you're ready and I'll count us down.
On your command.
Acknowledged. Throw the switch in 3, 2, 1, I'm clear.
Oxygen garden operational. Environmental control systems restored.
That's one more system we don't have to worry about.
Hopefully it stays that way.
Don't jinx it, Jack. There's no wood to knock on around here. Well, there's still the ground fault in the cargo bay and the temperature spike in core containment. What's next on the agenda?
Let's investigate the temperature spike in core containment.
Okay, follow me.
Find anything?
Nothing conclusive. Your body is radiation hardened. Care to take a look inside?
I'll see what I can ascertain.
Hera, disable all containment safety protocols and unseal the hatch.
Acknowledged. Awaiting manual operation.
Head on in. I'll see you on the other side.
I should finish calibrating my radiation shield before we continue.
Acknowledged. Standing by.
Module A, 251. Radiation shield. Your scanner can detect hazardous radiation fields capable of damaging you. Please activate your scanner and use it to assess the irradiated area ahead. Your scanner places tracking points that display the area's radiation level. When you are ready to proceed, please exit the activation pod. Your radiation shield will protect you for a limited time. A shield reader is located on both of your wrists below your arm computer. You can use this to monitor your shield levels. Now please use your scanner to find the least hazardous route through the room and reach the exit. Calibration module complete. Please stand by.
Radiation shield fully operational.
Copy that. Let's get started by opening the core enclosures. The code is 5826.
Authorization accepted. Warning. Radiological activity detected.
Well, that explains the temperature spike.
At least one of the fusion cores is leaking radiation.
Your scanner should help you zero in on the source. Nice shot. I'd say that warrants a closer look. I'll activate the I/O port so you can scan it to open the enclosure.
Enclosure unlocked.
You'll need to scan the individual cores to determine which is causing the problem.
Microfractures in the fuel assembly. Radiation at unsafe levels.
That could contaminate the entire fuel reserve. We'll need to jettison the core. To unlock it, enter 6102 at the central console.
Core released.
Bring it to the disposal conduit at the bottom of the
Emergency
chamber.
disposal conduit online. Fusion core marked for disposal. Stand by. Awaiting manual confirmation.
Once you open the conduit, you'll need to seat the core into the launch tube and use the lever to eject it. Keep an eye on your shield levels while you're in transit. A second hotspot. I'm activating the I/O port so you can check the enclosure.
This core is similarly damaged.
Bloody hell. It has to go. Punch in 7641 at the central console to unlock it. Same routine here. Run it to the disposal conduit and jettison the core.
Emergency disposal conduit online. Fusion core marked for disposal. Stand by. Awaiting manual confirmation. Radioactive material jettisoned.
Radiation levels returning to normal.
Thank God for that. Looks like we live to fight another day. Let's shut the enclosures so we can get you out of there. Re-enter the code in the center console. 5826.
Core containment re-engaged.
You're looking a bit worse for wear. Maybe you should use your ARM computer to upload to another shell?
Initiating manual reboot.
Reboot initiated.
Jack! I'll meet you on the other side, by the hatch. Looking sharp, Jack. Did you get dolled up for me?
I know you like it when I look my best.
Such a gentleman. Chamber temperature is back within normal limits. Nice job in there, Jack.
Thank you.
Guess that means we're on the way to the ground fault in the cargo bay. Follow me, Jack. One of the cargo banks must be malfunctioning. We probably blew a fuse. I'd start by checking the fuse compartment at each cargo bank. Hera, unlock them, please. Just don't pull any good fuses, or we'll have loads more cleanup to do.
Current looks stable. No problems here.
Keep looking. Something went wrong in here. This should do it.
Thank you.
Got you covered.
Power flow restored. Maglocks coming online.
Copy that. Go ahead and secure the cargo.
Cargo secure.
Let's lock the system down to make sure this doesn't happen again.
I'll throw the lockdown lever.
Lockdown engaged.
Thanks, Jack. I feel better already. Let's move on, shall we? All right, that ought to do it. We're all set. Hey, Jack. High five. Oh, fine. Be that way. Well, thanks for your help, regardless.
That's what I'm here for.
And here I thought it was to keep me from going round the bend. Of course, I'm likely past the point of no return on that one already.
Captain Rhodes, full spectrum scan of the anomaly is complete.
All right, Hera. Push the results to the holo table in the EVA staging area.
Acknowledged.
Come on, Jack. Let's go have a look at the results. Maybe we'll learn something useful about this anomaly of ours.
That does seem likely, considering we currently know nothing at all.
Suppose I can't argue with that. You need to grab an EVA rig off the wall, Jack. EVA rigs are on that rack just inside the airlock. Grab one and let's get you outside.
EVA rig secured. Initializing advanced movement systems. Stand by for calibration. Module M-201. Primary boosters. Your EVA pack allows you to boost forward in the direction you are looking. When you are ready, please exit the activation pod and use your EVA boost to reach the console ahead. Well done. Please press the hollow button to continue. Now boost to the end of the hall before the walls close in. Multiple boosts. Excellent. Module M-116. Braking thrusters. This module will calibrate your braking thrusters, which allow you to stop in place without grabbing any surface. Please exit the activation pod and proceed to the room ahead. There are 2 target zones in the next room. Please boost into one of the zones and use your braking thrusters to come to a full stop. Success! Now, use your braking thrusters to stop inside target zone B. Calibration module complete. Please stand by.
I need to equip an EVA rig before I head outside.
Depressurization
EVA rig
in progress.
functional, ready to disembark.
Once the airlock has cycled, head outside and make your way to the anomaly. Get a scan if possible, but don't put yourself at any unnecessary risk.
Understood.
Copy. Airlock controls unlocked. Pull down on the handle to close the inner door. I'm going back up to the bridge. I can keep a better eye on your status from there. Keep this comm channel open. Maintain constant contact.
Copy that.
Step 1 is closing the inner airlock door.
Depressurization complete.
Yes.
Ready for EVA departure.
Be careful out there.
Exiting portside airlock.
Copy. There should be a Fury transport docked just outside the airlock. Should take you straight to the anomaly. You'll need to run a diagnostic check before you can take off.
Understood.
Prep for RCS.
Jesus, Jack. Are you alright?
Affirmative. Minor disruption. Fury transport prep for flight.
Great. That should make it much easier for you to move about the facility. I think those disturbances might actually be electromagnetic pulses. You might not be able to scan the anomaly up close, but I think we can reconfigure a geological sensor to do the trick.
How so?
Well, if we can use it to read fluctuations in the magnetic field, we should be able to get a look inside. There's just several problems.
Go on.
We've got failures all over the facility. For this plan to work, we'll first need to clear up some problems in the container field, the primary dig site, and the processing line.
Send the details to my ARM computer.
Done. Let me know when you arrive at the sites.
Inbound on the processing line.
So, we're going to need a lot of energy for this sensor suite, but the pulse knocked out the flow control on the plasma grenades. They're burning out of control and draining the power reserves.
Attachment detected.
One of us will need to enter the processing line and reach the emergency reset.
Well, I'd do it, if you'd let me. I'm not hearing a no. Not taking the bait, are we?
Positive contact.
Really are learning.
Stabilizing. Echo unit identified. Objects can opening service entrance in zero gravity.
I should be able to reach the manual reset on the other end of the line.
You mean past the inferno of white-hot plasma?
Correct, which is precisely why I'm the one doing it.
Jack? Jack, are you there?
Another EMP. Status report?
All clear here. But the line's throttle controls just went haywire. Be careful in there. That's a lot of flotsam. Better make sure nothing's jammed the conveyor systems. Could cause problems when we reboot.
I'll inspect the ice pallets. Melted clean through.
Maintenance units shouldn't be entering the line while the cutting systems are active. Something's very wrong here. Step 1 is closing the inner airlock door. More debris. Make sure you clear any jammed conveyors before moving on.
Something must have interfered with the nav protocols.
Yeah, looks like. Labor units shouldn't just run face first into a hostile environment. Any sign of a working hard drive in all this wreckage?
Not yet. Most command functions are processed in a unit's head.
Well, if you see one, give it a scan. I could use the data.
Pallet clear.
Stubborn bastard.
Shields at 30%.
Approaching watch station.
The switch there should trigger an emergency reboot.
Reset in progress.
Power output back within normal parameters. We should have plenty of energy for the scan. Nice moves in there. Just watching that was giving me a cardiac. There's a ton of junk data in these logs. But it doesn't look random. It's almost like it was trying to process multiple dig sites at once.
Approaching container field.
I'm picking up latent radiological activity in that area.
Something must have contaminated the cargo.
There's no way we'll get a clear read on the anomaly with all that interference. You'll need to find the source of the radiation and jettison it.
My scanner should help me track down the culprit.
Best guess, I'd say you're looking for levels around 80 or 90 decigrays. If you get into trouble, remember you can use the Fury module's induction panel to recharge your shields.
Agitated deuterium ions detected.
Deuterium? That's a hydrogen isotope. How'd that end up in one of our helium-3 containers?
Unclear. The processing line is configured to scrub any excess hydrogen.
Sod it. For now, let's just deal with the contamination. I'll dispatch a Fury to remove the irradiated container.
Fury hitch released.
Autopilot's taking over. So far, so good.
Reboot initiated.
I need to seal the inner airlock door before I can leave.
Jack? Are you alright?
Affirmative, but the container was breached. The contamination is spreading.
Well, that certainly didn't go as planned. Okay, I've got an idea. If I release the container's maglocks, the Fury should just carry it away. Or it would if the controls were actually responding. You know what? Screw it. Just cut the power. Maybe that'll do it.
Considering the damage, are you sure that's wise?
Wise? Definitely not. But will it work? Only one way to find out.
Do I need to mention this is a gross violation of protocol?
It's either this or risk contaminating the entire ship. Sometimes you just have to improvise. Ah! Holy sh... What the hell just happened?
Explosive decompression. The escaping gas caused the container to jettison itself.
Okay, so not exactly what we were aiming for, but... well, I suppose that takes care of our radiation problem. Good work. The sensor should be able to scan the anomaly free of interference. We're almost there. We still need to investigate the primary dig site. I'll update you when you arrive. Hold on.
Pull down
Something's
on the
wrong with
handle
that Fury
to seal
transport.
the inner airlock door.
Approaching primary dig site.
Any sign of activity? The whole site's gone dark and we need the comms array there to boost the data buffer from our sensor sweep.
All systems appear offline. Emergency lighting only.
Damn. Well, clearly something went wrong here. Anyway, better get to it. Let me know what you find.
Warning. Hazardous levels of radiation detected.
Right on cue.
I'll try to get the site's radiation dampener online.
Good idea. Make sure to check its backup power supply. It may have a dead battery.
Dampener online. Geiger readings nominal.
Nice job. That should buy you some time. If the dampener goes down again, you can recharge the battery back at the Fury. Based on the radiation, I bet that generator has a damaged core. Look for a maintenance panel that you can cut open.
Maintenance panel removed.
How's it look?
The main reactor
Security
appears to be
brace
intact, but the
disengaged.
fuel rod is partially melted.
Damn it.
Better jettison it then. It may be good to scan it first, though. The data could prove useful.
Fuel rod jettisoned. Generator systems offline.
Radiation dissipating. That core seems to have been the only source.
Good work. Now, just get the generator a new fuel rod and re-engage the locking mechanisms. There should be a spare in the site's core enclosure.
Connection with primary dig site re-established.
Excellent. I pulled a few labor units out of mothballs to mount the antenna while you finish the repairs. You'll need to assemble them before you move on. A Fury transport should arrive with them shortly.
Labor unit online. Proceeding with primary assignment. Labor unit online.
Labor units
Proceeding
online.
with primary
With them
assignment.
managing the data flow, you'll be free to operate the sensor once we're ready to scan. Jack, looks like everything's back up and running.
Affirmative.
Grab a Fury and head for the depleted dig site. I'll fill you in on the way. Oh, and Jack, if you have a moment, search the primary dig site for another labor unit. I'm getting a signal from one nearby and we could use the extra set of hands.
En route to the depleted dig site.
Good. When you get there, you'll need to aim the sensor array at the anomaly. I'm heading out to rig up the transponder.
I thought we agreed that you'd stay on board the station.
Sorry, Jack. I need a direct line into the lathe systems to siphon the power supply. Don't worry. I'm rated to repair high-yield plasma emitters. I know what I'm doing. Mostly.
Dig site generator online. Core samples processing. All systems nominal.
This site's generator can only power a few systems at a time. I'll need to make sure its power junction is directed towards the sensor array. Power rerouted. Liv, how are your energy readings?
So far, so good. Head to the sensor and bring it online.
Sensor powering on.
Confirmed. You'll need to rotate the dish so it faces the anomaly before we can get a clear reading. Jack, it's working. The signal's getting stronger. Keep going.
The array is now pointed at the epicenter of the anomaly.
Perfect. Give me a minute to process the data. What the... Jack, what happened? I lost my connection to the sensor.
Energy spike from the anomaly. I think it blew the fuse.
Shit. Those sensors are sealed before deployment. Okay, you'll need to cut through to access the fuse box.
This has to be against protocol.
Well, I find it's easier to get things done if you think of the field manual as guidelines, rather than regulations.
Power level stabilizing.
Good. Let's get the sensor back online so we can finish the scan.
Sensors back online.
Connection established. Now we just need to realign the array.
Signal synchronized. Scanning inner horizon.
Liv, array is realigned. Can you confirm? Liv, do you copy?
I think it worked, Jack. I picked up something on the oscilloscope. I'm patching the audio through. Do you hear that? What the hell is this? Ah!
Liv. Olivia.
Jack, I need you. Find a Fury transport and get back here now.
thank God for you. It just switched on.
Captain Rhodes, sitrep, please.
The automatic release protocols aren't working. I'm wedged between the trolley and the rail. Can you see a way to get me out?
Negative. It's trapped beneath the cowl.
The access cover. If you cut through the bolts, we can get a look inside.
Objects should be restrained.
There!
Anomaly detected. Proximity alert.
Jack?
The pulse knocked out my cutting tool.
Jack!
Rebooting.
Look! The anomaly is changing. What the hell? Jack, are you seeing this? Oh my God. Shit!
Cutting tool back online.
Incoming,
Liv.
Jack! Cut the panel! That's it! You got it!
Captain Rhodes.
Shit! Shit! Come on! Come on!
Liv? Liv, do you copy? Are you all right? Hera, locate Captain Rhodes. Nothing. Hera, I have a visual on the Fury. Is it ready to launch?
Negative. Detecting hazardous levels of radiation. Fury controls are currently locked in accordance with Atlas protocols. Please activate the transport's radiation dampener before departure.
Dampening field activated.
Acknowledged. Long-range sensor satellite located. Plotting course.
All right, let's go find our captain.
Select your destination. Destination, Sensor Satellite A2. Preparing for thruster ignition. Please hold on.
Hera, status report.
Repairs to satellite must be completed before long-range sensors can be restored.
Understood. Hera, what are these unusual growths covering the satellite?
Unknown.
Strange. Hera, did you see that? The substance seemed to come alive when the battery got close to it. I think it may be feeding off the power field. I should probably refrain from touching it while in that state. A fibrous texture. It does not appear to damage my exoskeleton.
Echo 1. Advise you refrain from haphazardly touching the unidentified substance.
Well, too late now.
Recommend completing a threat assessment. Be advised, physical contact with the substance while it is active is not recommended. Advise only touching the substance in its dormant state.
This panel is sealed on deployment. I'll need to cut it open to access the power flow controls. That did it. The satellite is now fully operational. Hera, please begin a long-range sensor sweep looking for any Fury transports.
Acknowledged.
Now to investigate this unknown substance covering the satellite. Commencing visual assessment. Substance possesses an uneven surface and visible diversity, suggesting it is likely organic in nature. Its sudden emergence in our ecosystem would seem to indicate the substance is somehow related to the arrival of the unknown vessel.
Investigation complete. Logging all observations of the biomass under the heading Unknown Biological Threat.
Very well.
Echo 1. Long-range scanners have located Captain Rhodes' Fury transport. Signal originates from within the unknown vessel.
Understood. Plot a course.
Acknowledged. Fury transport ready to depart. Select your destination.
Hera, take us along the starboard side of the vessel. Begin scanning the hull for distinguishing features or markings.
Acknowledged. Emergency shutdown sequence complete. Please stay inside the designated...
Hera, could this be some form of writing system?
Cross-referencing against all known written communication systems in the Atlas Interplanetary Database. No matches found.
Assemble a table for lexical analysis. We need to keep moving.
Acknowledged. Re-engaging thrusters on your input. Select your destination. Warning, obstruction ahead. Searching for alternate route.
Dead end. I can use the Fury spotlight to help Hera find a clear path. There. That passage looks clear. Hera, can you confirm?
Affirmative. Plotting new course. Plotted. Signal when ready to proceed. Select your destination. Emergency shutdown sequence complete.
Liv's signal is coming from somewhere in the vicinity. I should investigate the area. The vessel is highly irradiated. Liv's transport must have had a radiation dampener. I may be able to reactivate it. That should protect me from the radiation. Liv must have used this to find a way inside. The hull here is compromised. I may be able to cut my way in. This looks like some kind of maintenance conduit. I may be able to restore power to this section of the ship from here. Power cell installed. Now to replace the rest. Oh, looks like I've restored power to something. A way in, perhaps. Holographic controls. Intriguing. That did it. There's my entrance. If Liv came this way, she may still be in range of my personal communicator. Liv, do you copy? Olivia, are you there? Still jammed. No choice but to follow her trail for now. The cabin is pressurized, but the air is reading unbreathable. Could it be the biomass? These spores detonate on contact. Widespread biocontamination. I should be careful. The biomass over there went dormant when the power failed. It seems to be tied directly to the vessel's power grid. Contact with the biomass. I should avoid active material. Something's pierced the hull. I can re-enter the main cabin from here. What is that? Strange. This area is highly irradiated. My scanner might help me find a safe path across. One of the doors here must still have power. Radiation levels falling. The warheads here must be unarmed. was repulsive. The cysts appear to react to external energy sources, just like the biomass. Only the reaction is much more hostile. I'll need to steer clear of them. Significant airborne contamination.
A concentrated energy burst can destroy unattached biomass. Your reactive cutter may be able to clear some of the spores.
I need to be more careful when operating in irradiated environments.
You're nearly there. The crew quarters are in this wing, just beyond the main control room. This is the TACCOM station. We can scan the ship from the terminal here once we've awakened the crew. The cryo chamber should be nearby. This is it, Jack. We've arrived at the cryo chamber. Some of the pods are still operational. To revive the crew, we'll need to restore the power grid.
How can I reach the power systems?
The emergency generator is beneath us. Look around for a utility hatch.
The contamination is increasing in density.
The biomass feeds on power currents. Reactivating the ship's systems may make navigation more treacherous. We should proceed with caution. That's the generator up ahead. The fusion reaction is completely inert. We'll need to execute a jump start.
How do I reboot the system?
We'll need 3 power cells to complete the procedure.
I'll collect what we need.
Positive contact. The power cell is in place and ready to fire.
I'll look for additional cells. This power cell is drained. We'll need to find a way to recharge this before returning to the generator.
It's working. The power cell is accepting the charge. injecting fusion material. You can now use the console to bring the generator back online. Be prepared to move quickly. Radiation levels will climb rapidly once the reaction begins.
Power current stable. Radiation levels climbing.
Quickly, we should return to the cryo chamber. We may be able to revive the crew.
Clearing radiation zone.
Excellent work. Now, we must revive the crew. The hibernation controls at the center of the room can release the security protocols and begin decompression.
No sinus rhythm. Negative respiration.
E.T. Miller. Unfortunate. Sensor expertise would have been invaluable.
Apollo, these are Atlas personnel. My captain and I are members of the Atlas Initiative.
Captain Olivia Rhodes, Prospecting Division. Disappeared 400 years ago in 2126. A very impressive file.
Disappeared?
I am sorry, Jack, but the Echo model has been obsolete for centuries. It is overwhelmingly likely your commander is dead and that you are malfunctioning. Gunnery Chief Giles, very resilient. A discouraging loss. Ensign Leitner, Fire Controlman, 23 years old. Barely old enough to hold a commission.
Looks like a senior officer.
Lieutenant Commander McClintock, Head of Tactical Ops.
Apollo, if the biomass compromised this cryo chamber, it is unlikely any other...
I have a duty to this ship and her crew. I must be sure. If we collect the commander's biometric data, we can use the TACCOM station to scan the rest of the ship for survivors, including your captain. Open the pod and find the I.O. port on her spacesuit. Help me upload to the main terminal here. Once I've brought the diagnostic systems online, it should only take a moment to scan for survivors. Mainframe access achieved. Initiating scan. Please stand by. No. There has to be more.
Apollo, what's happening?
There's no one left. I have failed.
Apollo! Apollo! The safety of the Atlas Corporation is your responsibility. Live is your responsibility. Apollo, please. Don't let me fail my mission.
Emergency. Urgent distress call follows. Kronos 2 station compromised. Life support failure. All hands have abandoned ship.
Your station. It shouldn't exist. Kronos 2 was destroyed by a cosmic event.
Liv is alive, Apollo. This is 2126. You were that cosmic event. You can still help me save an officer of the Atlas Initiative.
Accessing security logs. Please stand by. I have detected an electrical disturbance in main life support. It appears someone is trying to access environmental control.
Liv, she's alive. How do I get there?
I'm opening a channel to your station's adjutant. I believe I can commandeer one of your Fury transports. You should be able to reach it through the airlock in this room.
Select your destination. Warning, now leaving mission area. Arriving at destination.
The exit door is at the rear of the cannon. We are closing in on your captain. The air duct here should connect to environmental control.
Service access located.
This air duct leads directly to main life support. Not far now.
Oh, this isn't working.
Liv?
Jack! Jack, you're here. You're really here.
Are you injured?
Oh, nothing permanent. I guess I have you to thank for that. But I'm down to my last tank. And it's running low on air. What's going on? This ship? There are people on here. They're wearing Atlas uniforms.
I think the ship is ours. Just not from now.
What? Thanks, that really clears things up. How the hell did you find me?
I had help.
Help? From who? Everyone's dead.
Jack, I think I can interface with the computer here.
I may be able to show you.
Jack, be careful with that. We don't know what anything in here does.
I'm familiar with this design.
What are you doing?
Connecting to the main computer. Maybe it can help us.
I tried getting it online. I think it's trashed.
Systems compatible. Rebooting diagnostic protocols.
What the hell?
Identity verified. Captain Olivia Rhodes. Updating personnel files.
Jack, what's going on? Who? What is that?
This is Apollo, an AI construct I encountered on the ship. We've been traveling together.
In accordance with succession protocols, this ship, such that it is, belongs to you.
Congratulations on your promotion.
Seriously, Jack. What the hell is that thing?
Apollo helped me track your movements through the vessel. In a way, we owe our reunion to him.
I guess. Thanks? Why are you helping us?
It is my duty to ensure the safety of all Atlas personnel.
All right, Apollo. Tell me how to get life support back online.
Emergency systems are unable to cope with damage on this scale. To restore life support, we'll need to activate the main reactor.
Jack, can we trust this thing?
Apollo has had ample opportunity to betray or abandon me. His desire to help us appears to be sincere.
I suppose that's a start. Apollo, can you restart the reactor from here?
Negative. The failure is mechanical. Someone will need to enter the core. I suggest a division of labor. I'll talk you through the repairs here while Jack brings main power back online. His radiation shield should offer adequate protection.
I don't suppose there's another option.
Many, but their odds of success are bleak.
Will you be all right here on your own?
I can't say I'm too keen on sending you into the heart of a malfunctioning fusion reactor the moment I got you back, but it doesn't really look like we have a choice, does it?
One of the access vents leads to a main artery of the electrical grid. If you follow the conduit there, it should lead you to the reactor. Captain Rhodes, there is a utility hatch behind you. Inside you will find the main power distribution block.
Acknowledged. On it. All right, Jack. I'll see you on the other side. All right, Apollo, you're the tactical AI. Is there an explanation for all the guns?
The Estrella was constructed as a ship of the line assigned to security detail on Ceres.
Ship of the line. The solar system's been united since colonization began.
There is no simple explanation for someone from the colonial age.
The colonial age? When was this thing built?
The Estrella was christened on October the 26th, 2570.
So, if you're from the future, what happens to us?
That information is of no strategic relevance.
Oh, come on. I am the captain. Do I have to pull rank?
Official records indicate Kronos 2 was destroyed by an unexplained spatial phenomenon. Olivia Rhodes was designated missing in action. There is no mention of Jack.
That's not exactly encouraging.
Apologies. I am programmed for fire control and tactical models. I do not excel at giving bad news.
The contamination here is significant.
The added energy of the ship's electrical systems appears to stimulate the biomass.
So it's feeding on the systems we're about to reactivate. Great.
I didn't say it was a perfect plan.
What class of reactor is this? Fusion, I assume?
Yes, but not the kind you would be familiar with. It is catalyzed by antimatter.
Antimatter? You're asking Jack to handle antimatter?
Oh, not directly. He'll just be pointing high-intensity plasma beams at it. It's very safe. You can handle that, can't you, Jack?
That is by far the least comforting silence I have ever heard.
I've reached the control room.
Excellent. Once you enter the main chamber, assess the status of the satellite generators. They power the magnetic containment field.
Is that how you stabilize the antimatter?
Affirmative.
Power cells in place.
Confirmed. Now re-establish the generator's link to the containment field. Look for a control panel nearby. Magnetic field stabilizing.
And radiation levels increasing.
So they are. I'd get that last generator online as fast as possible if I were you. Once it's active, the containment field should be strong enough for us to restart the reactor.
Reboot initiated.
Jack? What happened? I lost you on comms.
My shell was infected by the biomass.
Infected? Guess it's a good thing I didn't touch it.
Shields at 95%. Reboot initiated.
Jack? Jack, are you alright?
I made contact with the biomass.
God, that stuff's nightmarish. Be careful.
Shields at 95%. Shields at 50%.
Final generator operational. Now to connect it to the containment field.
Magnetic containment field fully operational. It should hold during reactivation.
Should.
Theoretically. We'll know for sure once Jack has returned to the control room and aligned the plasma beams with the core's intake valves. Do make sure they're in the right position, Jack. The main reactor system is coming online. Initiating reaction in 3, 2, 1.
What was that?
One of the complications I spoke of. Fortunately, it does not seem to have caused any further damage to the reactor.
So we're not all about to go out in a giant antimatter annihilation event then?
Not presently, no.
I'll take it. Great job, Jack.
Now get back up here as soon as you can. I may need your help to finish this up.
I'm en route.
Those service pylons are now online. You can use your scanner to activate them.
I'll look for an I/O port.
Shields at 30%.
Conduit clear. Almost there.
We need to reconnect the main power conduit. Just be careful. The current is now live.
Ow! Thanks for the warning. Jesus, worse than Jack.
You're welcome. System coming online.
Reboot initiated. Shields at 95%.
Jack, good, you're here. Well, we're about ready to repressurize the chamber.
Jack, please seal the vent doors behind you before attempting to activate the system. Pressure seal verified. We can now cycle the flow control from the main console. Flow control open and stable. Exercise caution around vent openings during gas infusion.
Oh, thank God for that.
Pressure levels rising.
Oxygen outflow higher than anticipated. Attempting to compensate. Warning. Pressure unstable.
What happened?
Unknown. Attempting to compensate.
Oh, pressure levels falling.
There's a breach. Can you locate it?
I'm unable to pinpoint a specific disturbance.
Meaning what exactly?
Meaning the ship's so riddled with holes you can't find the leak.
If you keep ramping up the pressure, you could tear a hole in the hull.
Apollo! Shut it down.
Unable to maintain atmosphere.
Shit.
We need to find a sector that we can repressurize.
The bridge is the most heavily reinforced section of the vessel. It likely survived the bombardment.
How far?
The bow of the ship. I'm opening the bulkhead into the main gangway. I have redirected your Fury transport to meet us.
Warning. Oxygen levels critical. Return to habitat.
Better hurry.
Select your destination. Warning. Now leaving mission area. Reboot initiated. Emergency shutdown sequence complete.
Hold on.
I'm ready. Punch it.
Please keep your hands and arms inside.
Just go!
Activating thrust.
Warning. Now leaving mission area.
Apollo,
Emergency shutdown sequence complete.
Here we are. The large door up ahead will take us to the command deck.
Olivia, wake up.
What? Yeah. I'm here. I'm awake.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. Just give me a minute. You go ahead and lead the way. I'll be right behind you.
Warning. Oxygen levels critical.
Shut up! 0.2. Down to 1%.
We need to get you to the bridge.
All right. Get the door.
Come on, let's go. Liv? Liv, wake up.
Yeah, I'm here. Just a bit lightheaded. Let's just keep moving.
The bridge is just up ahead.
I don't see any spores on this deck.
No visible contamination of any kind.
That's got to be a good sign, right?
Not necessarily. The biomass primarily spreads through the ventilation system. Until we can inspect the vents, we cannot assume this deck is safe.
Apollo, I really hope you weren't the one in charge of morale on this ship.
We will need authorization from a command crew member to open the bridge airlock.
We don't have time for protocol, Apollo.
I'm sorry, but we cannot access the bridge without voice.
Just unlock the damn door, Apollo.
Voice authorization accepted. Airlock controls released.
Liv? Olivia?
Yeah. Sorry. I'm good.
Just hold on. It won't be long now.
Captain Rhodes, I suggest you take your place at the command station. And please try to remain conscious.
Yeah.
Now, Jack, in order to restore atmospheric pressure, I will need to rewrite the bridge logic core. You will find it near the forward console.
Core located.
The rewrite procedure is identical to the one we performed in life support.
Understood. I'll move the core to the override slot. Returning core. Core locked in. Do you have access?
Affirmative. I now have full control of all essential bridge functions.
How long will it take to repressurize the cabin?
Accessing environmental controls. Stand by.
Warning. Oxygen reserves depleted. Return to habitat immediately.
Jack. My O2 tank zeroed out.
Try and stay calm, Olivia. There's still air in your suit. It should sustain you for a while longer.
Just hurry. Oh God. I can't.
Apollo,
I can't
we
breathe.
need life support, now.
I'm afraid we have another complication.
What is it?
I'm detecting trace amounts of the biocontaminants in the bridge ventilation system. Any attempts to repressurize will flood the bridge with poisonous spores and kill the captain.
Tell me what to do.
The bridge environmental system consists of 4 air vents. You'll need to inspect each one. Incinerate any spores you find with your reactive cutter.
Got it.
Jack, I can't see. Everything's blurry.
Nitrogen levels in her blood are rising, activating an emergency medical capsule.
Liv, you have to stay with me. Keep your eyes open.
I can't.
Yes, you can. Focus.
Oh God. This isn't happening.
Please, Liv. I need you to stay with me. Liv? Liv!
She's lost consciousness.
The vents are clear. Re-engage life support, now!
Accessing environmental controls. Restoring atmospheric pressure. Oxygen outflow nominal.
Apollo?
Hull integrity is holding steady. It's working. Atmospheric pressure restored. Habitable zone established.
Breathable atmosphere detected.
Liv? Olivia?
Negative respiration. She's still not breathing.
Please. Liv, wake up!
Ventricular fibrillation. She's going into cardiac arrest.
What can I do?
There's an emergency defibrillator. There, in the medical locker, by the entrance.
Apollo, the medical locker is sealed.
You should be able to cut it open.
I've got it.
Quickly, connect a defibrillator to the side of the medical capsule. Defibrillator online. Attach the electrode panels directly to the medical capsule. The current will pass straight through. You need to pump the handle to build up a charge. When the power level reads blue, press the hollow button to administer the shock.
Clear.
No response.
Again. Clear.
Negative. Still in VFib.
Again.
Jack. We may be too late.
Clear.
Jack. She's gone.
No. Again. Please, Liv. Don't do this. Clear.
Jack. I have sinus rhythm. She's alive.
Jack?
You're going to be all right, Liv. Everything's going to be okay.
Blood oxygen levels returning to normal. Heart rate 64 BPM. She's stabilizing.
I feel like death.
Is that supposed to be funny? You frightened me. I thought I'd lost you.
So you are going to miss me.
Hello, Captain Rhodes. I am relieved to see you are not dead.
Thanks. You want to let me out of this thing?
Due respect, Captain. Protocol requires you remain...
I do what she says, Apollo.
Thank you.
I'd like it noted for the record that I am strongly opposed
Noted.
to this decision.
Now let me out.
Are you sure you're all right?
Just a little sore. I'll manage.
Apollo, what's happening?
Excessive damage to the power grid has triggered a rapid destabilization of the main reactor.
What does that mean?
If we don't find a way to stabilize the reactor, the containment field will collapse and destroy the ship.
Options?
There are a number of solutions I could attempt, but only one holds a reasonable chance of success.
Not gonna like this, am I?
We could execute a faster-than-light jump. The amount of energy expended by an FTL jump may be enough to stabilize the reactor.
What would happen if we jumped? Where would we go?
Unfortunately, I'm unable to calculate a destination solution. In truth, we actually have a much bigger problem.
Oh, good. Because I was waiting for a much bigger problem.
The last time this ship performed a faster-than-light jump, it resulted in radical temporal displacement.
Wait, you're saying if we jump, we're going to time travel?
I'm not certain, but it is possible.
This is insane.
The energy buildup is accelerating. We don't have much time.
Are we really doing this?
I don't see how we have a choice.
Yeah, you're right. Looks like we're going for a ride.
Very well. Before we can execute the jump, we will need to redirect all available power to the FTL drive. This requires manually powering down all non-essential systems. I will walk you through the procedure.
Or we could just break them.
Well, yes. I suppose that would also work.
That's rather brilliant, actually.
Reactor destabilization.
Apollo, how do we access the primary system components?
Use the engineering station to open the maintenance panels.
All right, I'll expose the components. Jack, get ready to cut through as many of those systems as you can.
Got it.
There, panels open. Pick a system and start cutting.
On it.
Primary weapon systems disarmed.
I think it's working, Jack. Try another.
Defensive countermeasures inactive.
We're getting close. Keep cutting. That's it. You did it, Jack.
Initiating jump prep.
Let's go, let's go. Apollo.
Main engines report green. Ready to execute FTL jump. FTL engaged. Jumping in 3, 2...
Here we go. Jack, are you all right?
No permanent damage. What about you?
little shaken up. Other than that... Where are we?
Stand by. Taking a reading now.
Liv. It's Saturn.
No. No.
I'm afraid Jack is correct, Captain. We are currently in geosynchronous orbit over Saturn.
Apollo, what is the current date?
Astrometric positioning would suggest we have arrived sometime in the mid-26th century.
We jumped forward 400 years.
Approximately.
So this is your time?
To put it simply, yes. This is my time.
What happened here, Apollo?
You are looking at the aftermath of a skirmish this ship was involved in prior to our meeting each other.
Who are you fighting? Why were...
What is that?
Contact. Incoming vessel.
More trouble?
Negative. USN transponders. They're friendly.
USN Estrella, this is Transport Cruiser Juno. Do you copy?
Liv, you should answer them.
I should?
You are the captain.
I say again, Estrella, do you read?
Yes. We read you, Juno. This is Olivia Rhodes. Captain Olivia Rhodes.
Copy that, Captain. We have a solid lock on your signal. We're also reading a tactical AI on board and a... Wait. That can't be right.
Warning. Now leaving mission area.
This is... Jack.
Captain?
What?
Captain Jack.
Say again, Estrella? We didn't copy.
Go on, say it.
Oh. This is... Captain Jack.
2 captains on 1 ship? Must be quite a story there. Just sit tight. Rescue team's inbound. ETA 10 minutes.
Understood. Estrella out. So... we're stuck 400 years in the future.
It would seem so, yes.
Well, approximately.
No way to get home.
None.
Okay. So tell me, what's the proper protocol for this situation?
Improvise.
Good answer, Jack.